Ladies and gentlemen, Surface Duo looks to be nearly here. We've got all kinds of rumors that we're going to get an announcement, a proper unveiling, a price, a release date, etc. sometime in the coming week. So what I wanted to do, just for a little bit of fun, just to refresh people's memories on what Surface Duo is, I'm going to do a quick rundown of a whole slew of times where Microsoft officials posted on Twitter or Instagram pictures of their Surface Duo in their hand or on a table or whatever, teased us with some photos of the Surface Duo just to kind of proverbially, wet the old whistle for Surface Duo. So let's jump over and take a look at some of these pictures. So here's Mr. Penae responding to a tweet from John Weiss, basically talking about how he was excited for the launch, watching the video again out of excitement. Penae says he's also excited. I'm excited about this shirt. I don't know if he had that customly made himself or what, but I'm digging it. I do hope this picture was not taken on a second Surface Duo because it looks like crap. Someone's got a great big old smudge or something on their lens. Not sure what's going on there. Doesn't look great. Penae again here. He's showing a picture of his family. They're playing some Fortnite, he says, on Father's Day. And there's a Surface Duo there in that gentleman's hand. Is this some sort of small, slight hint at maybe some sort of greater Xbox integration into Surface Duo? I mean, look. Xbox xCloud will work on Surface Duo as it is an Android device. What will that be like? Will you have the controls on the second screen, perhaps? Hard to say. This is cool, though. I think this is some sort of a hint here of some sort of integration. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Here is the same gentleman again here on taking a walk with the dogs here using his Surface Duo. Looks like he's got a message list open over on the left screen and hard to tell what's on the right screen. Getting some productivity done while on a walk. Here's a look at someone's workstation, and it looks like you've got, that might be Surface Neo there sitting next to Surface Duo, Surface Book, Surface Pro 7. A lot of Surface stuff going on here, but interesting to see the scale here in relation to some of these other items. Here's a photo of Brad Anderson where he talks about finishing reading Talking with Strangers, a book by Malcolm Gladwell, because he's finished watching everything on Netflix. Perhaps maybe he is reading a book and watching Netflix simultaneously on his Surface Duo. Same gentleman here again, and in this one, this is actually interesting because you can clearly see this sort of bumper that is on it, which you will start seeing in several more of these pictures. Here he is again, taking every possible opportunity to hold his Surface Duo in some sort of recording scenario. Can't quite make out that bumper there, but I do believe it is there because there's a slight notch on the side of it there. Here is Frank X. Shaw posting this picture. Says, "In the wild." This is interesting to me because this thing is just sort of sitting in here. This thing's got to be waterproof, right? Like, you're not going to have this thing just sitting there on a hike next to a river unless it's waterproof. That seems crazy. Here is another one. This is actually pretty cool because you get a look at that bumper case on there again. You get a look at the fact that it's got the one camera, one LED flash, which is not a huge deal because you're going to flip it around to face the world to take a picture that way. You're not going to get a wide angle, a telephoto. You're just getting the one camera, so it is what it is there. You also get, there is clearly a Surface pen. I don't think that's the slim pen. I think that's the standard pen, and he scribbled some things down here on OneNote, so love to see that functioning. Here we get a second view here in which, yeah, actually that is the Surface Slim pen. I'm sure that the regular Surface pen will work just fine, but here we do have the slim pen. Again, this is OneNote being run. You've got your notes over here, and your actual note itself open on the other screen. Very cool stuff, especially for someone like me that uses OneNote pretty regularly. The Surface Duo appears to be the chef's dream, as half of these pictures have been of people cooking. This looks like some delicious salmon, perhaps. You've got, looks like you've got a video here playing maybe on this screen. I'm not quite sure. There's a picture or maybe a recipe open here. Just a good view at the general multitasking. I like the idea of personally, I've got, on my OnePlus 7 Pro, I've got one of these giant cases that has a kickstand on the back of it because I with some regularity will prop my phone up to watch a a video or something like that. So for me, the ability to just set this thing upright like that, that's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. Here's another home office. You've got a Surface Book and you've got a Surface Duo hanging out there as well with some katanas. This is actually pretty cool because in this one, you've got someone having their kids play 2 games on 2 screens at the same time. I know this thing's supposed to have the Snapdragon 855, which is not the newest processor, but the Snapdragon 855 is pretty doggone powerful, plenty powerful enough to play games, and especially powerful enough to play 2 games at once. So this user has the webpage spanned across the 2 screens where you can get a pretty good view of the bezel in between the 2 screens. I don't think this person is using, no, they're not using that bumper case in this picture. You can see though clearly this is a little notch here for a fingerprint reader as far as I can tell. I think that's a logical place for it to be. You got a power button and then volume rockers there. And here you have someone using it for a video conference call. They're holding it in one hand with it sitting kind of like a laptop camera pointed directly at them. You know this is the camera pointing at them because you can see the notch there for the fingerprint scanner, and we know that the camera is on that side of the device. Perhaps he's got some notes or something open on the other screen. I think that could be potentially pretty cool. And we have a second picture here, a close-up, where you've got a much better view of this bumper case, which I don't know how this is attaching. I'm curious to know how that holds on there. And also, it's pretty thick, so how does that impact using the fingerprint scanner here? I'm not entirely sure. But you've got what appears to be their own gallery app showing the gallery and then a photo being opened on the other screen. That's actually pretty cool as well. Last but not least, you have this user playing some Minecraft Dungeons on his very old monitor. I'm not sure why he's using a... is this a 4x3 monitor? Interesting choice. But he's playing some Minecraft Dungeons while he's got a video conference meeting open and then something else going on down there. I can't quite make out what that is. There's a photo of someone in it, so I'm not quite sure what that is. But some good old-fashioned multitasking. And for someone like me who occasionally streams or records things and I have 2 monitors, why not throw 2 more screens into the mix? I can set this thing on my table and have it propped up showing me whatever it is I need to be looking at. Boy, that sure is a lot of quote-unquote leaks of the Surface Duo. A lot of social media posts with this device on it. Are there any that I missed? Any important ones that I didn't see that might reveal something interesting? Let me know in the comments below. Are you guys excited for Surface Duo? I would love to hear that as well. I'm personally pumped. I hope this thing isn't like $1,200 because if it's relatively reasonably priced, I'm going to buy one. And if I do buy one, expect to see a whole lot of videos about this thing on the channel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like it, this way. If you dislike it, thumb pointed that direction. If you love it, give me a sub. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.